we got really creative when it came to supporting our student athletes, especially, in my field. And then also in education as well. We learned very quickly how to use a Google Meet, Zoom, really got really creative on the Google platform with Google Classroom. Our football team, just to think off the top of my head, and basketball teams for that matter, they have always been used to chalk talk in a classroom. Well, due to COVID guidelines, that wasn't, we weren't able to do that, to have a very, very large teams in a very small classroom. So we got very creative and used the auditorium.
I had to rethink a lot of how we handle supplies and materials because we're so hands-on. So we ended up having a lot of individual supplies for the students so that they could take care of their own things, and we have that kind of safety precaution in place for kids.
So one of the things that was a little different at the beginning of the year was to figure out how to structure our one-on-one supports for students. Because traditionally, pre-pandemic, we would mix students from different classes. So you might have 3 students meeting with a reading specialist, and they might come from 3 different rooms. So we had to rethink how to do that this year, because we wanted to make sure that we gave everyone the same academic supports, but wanted to lower any of the safety concerns that parents or students might have. And so we rescheduled how we do any services with students so that they all come from the same classroom. Because we figure if we have, those students are already exposed to each other in the room, and so we consider them sort of their own cohort or their own little pod. And so we just rescheduled a lot of things so that we could have kids that don't cross from different classrooms.
We got very creative. If one solution didn't work, we thought of another one. And if that didn't work, we kept finding ways so that we could reach out to these kids, because the social emotional piece is so key, not just in education, but in life. And I know, just looking at what our summer sports offerings this time last year looked like, we had record numbers because kids wanted to come out and just talk and build those relationships, because that was something that they were missing at home. My hats are off to them. I am just very, very happy that we're sitting here in mid-June ready to wrap a full school year.